Fuck yeah. Skakel in the house. What's up? What's up? Skakel. Late night stream. Good morning, good evening, whatever you think this is. Yo, 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 yo. AC/DC in the fucking house. Let's see. There were so many people in my stream last night at probably 2 hours after this. I thought that, let me see what it's like. Maybe I'm the king of. I don't really have one for the weekend yet. It's only Thursday morning, so you're gonna have to come back to me on Friday for that, brother. But I know this isn't a positive thinking weekend. That's for sure. This is a stream of consciousness. And, we don't really have a particular theme on this stream. We just, we chill out. And we talk to each other. There's no drama in this stream. So if you're looking for drama, let me try and find, I believe Pat Dixon is probably live right now. So maybe go to Pat's stream and, favorite conspiracy theory. My optimal price range for what, TB? I was watching that 9/11 documentary, Loose Change, and the guy kind of had me. I'm the king of the nighttime world, and you're my headline girl. We are the king of the nighttime world. Come live your secret dream. And the guy, oh, thank you very much for watching the Jellies. I appreciate that. It was very fun to work on, and the show never got canceled. The ratings were very good for a cartoon. So, Tyler is such an interesting guy that I could see him saying, hey, let's do another season. Hopefully, that would be the case. It would help me a lot. So, never say never in the world of Tyler, the Creator. That's for sure. But getting back to the conspiracy question, so I was watching this documentary about 9/11, and the guy, he's kind of making some points, and then he said he has proof that 9 of the 19 hijackers are alive, and then that's where he lost me. Any thoughts on pet parrots? I mean, listen, I'm a dog guy. I've had birds before as pets when I was a kid, and man, they stink up the place. Birds might be the only thing stinkier than cats. So we don't do, this isn't a fucking radio show, bro. I'm not playing songs, and I can't play songs on this stream because they're copywritten. So come on, man. We got some early trolls in the stream right now. And so, there are some conspiracy theories that kind of, at least make you go, maybe. Do I think Lee Harvey Oswald? I did have a turtle, and they do stink. Do I think Lee Harvey Oswald was the lone gunman? I don't. Do I think it's very suspicious that Sirhan got that close to the president with all the security he had around him, especially after his brother being shot? Do I think something's funny there? I do. So Fish can stink. I mean, my dad in our childhood home had an 1,800-gallon fish tank. I mean, it had all kinds of rare fish, jellyfish, ironically enough, and I became a jelly later on in life, rare sharks and whatnot. And it never really smelled. Yeah, I mean, cats, I mean, Lois, my recently departed dog, her two best friends are cats. And, my ex's, that's where they are at my ex's house. Oh, new place pricing. I mean, like I said, my condo is worth around 1-1. Well, speaking of Uganda, you're gonna love this one, bro. Image Church. Here is Kamala, the Ugandan giant. Um, so it depends on the neighborhood. Yeah, tell me about that, ACDC. Um, like I had a guy basically saying you could trade your condo for a brand spanking new condo built around SoFi Stadium. And it's like, no, I'm not living in Inglewood. So, that would be interesting to live because, they are gentrifying the area around SoFi. I mean, you've got a stadium that cost a few $1 billion. You're not going to have you don't really want Bloods and Crips in that area, but that's all Inglewood is Blood and Crip neighborhoods. So Silver Lake would be an interesting choice. A little far for me. What up, Pecan? I looked at a home last year in Encino that was pretty close to making an offer on turnkey, but it was just too far. Yeah, I mean Inglewood's not a SoFi is a football stadium. The Rams and Chargers playing. I mean Inglewood is, they're definitely, and I hate to say this, but it's the bottom line is they're whitening it up. It's very much like they did the area around Staples Center, which is now called Crypto.com Arena. Um, the only people who can afford to go to sporting events now are pretty much rich people. Um, so, good morning, Shandy. Um, yeah, I mean, I love living alone. I had a roommate many, many years ago. It was a pain in the ass. I did get new music. That was the debut from a Buddhist priest. Thank you very much. Um, so, getting to back to TB's question, I almost lived in Encino. The great thing about that place was my next door neighbor was a sheriff. Six down was a CHP officer. Not that that's going to make me any safer, but it's just peace of mind, brother. Peace of mind. And, just, I don't know, I started to decide all my friends, the few friends I have that I like hang out with or whatever, they're all in this area, not in Encino. So, um, you know, I just, I don't want to move just for the sake of moving. Um, yeah, you walk your dog in Englewood and you get back to me on that one. The fuck? Um, well, I wouldn't say I'm the famous comedian Earl Skakel. I'm just the comedian Earl Skakel. Of course, some people might even argue with that. So, and if I was a famous comic, I would have a lot more than 17 people in my stream. I'm a realist. I keep it real. I keep it real. Um, they ain't gentrified enough for me to want to live there, brother. But I will say, um, they are like the last time I tried to park in the neighborhood, right across the street. I guess it would be right. I guess it would be west of Prairie, um, across from SoFi. I mean, there were definitely like $1 million condo lofts, apartments. Um, well, my dog's dead, so you're not going to walk him or her. So, no, I've not heard of that. There is no resort in Inglewood. You might be thinking of Inglewood, New Jersey, but uh, so I mean, we've got some very strange trolls in here. Okay, well, you're welcome on my stream, Mr. Waldo, but we don't do all caps in here. Um, you rang, Lions. We don't do all caps in here, baby doll. Yes, Lois is in dog heaven. She passed away a week ago tonight. So, sad times in the Earl Skakel household. So, bit, we don't do all caps in here. So please, lowercase only. It's really not that difficult to comprehend. All good, all good, all good. I doubt anyone named Mr. Tahoe is in the street gang. No, I only play NCAA college football 2025. Yes, AC/DC. Um, give them one shot. Mr. Tahoe, you are in warning. Is that a good place to live? What is a good place to live? AT. We're going to call you AT. No, I wasn't that good at basketball. I don't know where East Kensington Road is. I wish I was Seth Rogen. I'd have more than 23 people in here. Jason, you've already said that twice. Third time, you're on a one-way vacation out of the Earlverse. Man, we got some interesting people in this stream tonight. But I'm glad you're here. It's Earl Skakel's world. We're just a friendly stream. We're a small, friendly stand-up comedy stream. And I love it, AC/DC. AC/DC is on the warpath. I did catch the ice hockey, and go US. A lot of overtime games today. I watch no stand-up comedy, so opinion on the Arizona kidnapping, very strange. I mean, it's been 3 weeks. I mean, you got to figure if she's gone 3 weeks without her medicine. There's been no proof of life. That's not a great sign. I think this was a kidnapping gone wrong. I think they thought this would be an easy cash grab. And I think they thought they'd be out of the weeds with a Bitcoin situation. And, it seems very amateurish. So I don't know. I mean, they're going to get caught. There's just too many resources available to the Guthrie family to get away with this. And with the cameras, the Ring cameras, like, you can't do anything in this world without being watched. Now, I don't know that particular area of Arizona. I mean, I've done comedy in Scottsdale, but, you got to figure there is, intersection cameras, there's Ring doorbell cameras, there's business cameras. And really, it's just tedious work now to go back to that night. And you got to figure that some of the cameras have erased their footage. They have 24 hours, and then they start again. So, it's going to be very interesting to see the final outcome. I mean, I with each day that goes by, the likelihood of her being alive lessens. unless they took her medicine. Um, so, um, you know, yeah, we've got some real losers in the stream tonight. Yeah, thank you, ACDC. Um, so it'll be interesting, doesn't really seem like the FBI and this small town cops are having great synergy together. So, I don't think that's helping matters. You know, it's weird. Like, and the connection with TMZ, it's like, they know they're not going to get the money without proof of life. So, um, it's just going to be interesting to see the final outcome. I mean, it's not like the FBI is going to go away. They will find whoever is responsible for this. Um, I mean, I don't know. I mean, if even if they took her meds, did she have 3 weeks worth of meds to last on? Could they have taken her to Mexico? I guess, um, because yeah, we probably do only care because her daughter's famous. I mean, do you know how many missing people happen every week? Um, so you know, that's obviously, if she wasn't famous, we probably wouldn't be talking about it. You know how many people get killed every week? But if it's someone famous that gets killed, like the Reiners, it's nonstop coverage. So, it's going to be very interesting to, when they do get caught, and they will get caught. Um, was this a random um, incident? Did they know her daughter was rich? I don't know. I mean, it just seems very like the guy who went up to the doorbell, you know, putting the bushes and the ring cameras, lens like that. That was weird. Um, so I think that, I don't know, it just seems like this was their very first kidnapping. Like, not that people are experienced kidnappers, but you could tell they've never done something like this before. Um, so, I mean, it's really so strange. Um, the DNA, there's just so many things that are going to get them caught. DNA evidence, video evidence, but so far they haven't been caught. And, from what I understand about Bitcoin, it's very hard to trace. No, I don't think it's a distraction from the files. I mean, some of you guys just read too much into these conspiracy theories. Um, I mean, both parties are in the files: Democrats, Republicans, independents. So I don't think this is a distraction from the files. And I mean, that's another story. You know, I'm not in the files. I've had the opportunity to experience the forbidden fruit of underage women, and you know what? I wasn't even remotely tempted. So I just don't care. Like, no piece of puss is worth lifetime prison. So, of course, some of my comedy comrades don't think about that, but that's on them, not me. Earl Skakel live in the house. Please hit the like and subscribe button. We're just chilling here in Los Angeles, California. 47 degrees right now in the house. And we are just doing a little baby stream tonight. It's supposed to rain a little bit today. Some clouds on Friday, and then Saturday it's going to be a little overcast. And then here we go. Interesting. Very interesting, William. Interesting. Very interesting. I mean, I'm not really a punk guy. I mean, I like Billy Idol and Generation X, but, I'm more of an 80s metal, butt rock kind of guy, Poison, Rat. Almost married during the pandemic, but it did not work out. So I am single. I don't know if I can go 1 hour, A. Thompson. I love you, but some of these people they got to pay the piper. They got to show daddy the money. I can't be doing hour, 2, 3 hour streams. AC/DC, you know what to do with that all caps person. So, I might go a little over a half hour, Mr. Thompson. And then, we'll see. I don't think being single sucks at all. It's, I can be alone, but not lonely. So, any thoughts on the next dog breed? It's going to be I talked to my older sister today. It's going to be an incredibly long time before I get another dog. Lois is, was very near and dear to me. No, I do have a big neck, though, if you look at it. There's kind of a rare breed I've always wanted. It's called a Clumber Spaniel. So, it's a kind of a bigger breed, very slow, low energy. I live in a nice condo, but I need a dog that's not necessarily high energy. Now, having the German Shepherd, that was an exception because the German Shepherd had cancer from head to toe. So it was very low energy. So Clumber, Clumber, very rare breed. I've never seen one in person, but I really just love them. Bigger, if I'm a stand-up comic, voiceover actor from Los Angeles, California, my stream is about everything and nothing at the same time. Some nights we talk wrestling, some nights we talk hockey, some nights we talk politics, sometimes, we talk about romance. Sometimes we talk about some of the TV shows I've been on. And then other times we just hang out and chill. This is a stream that does not have a theme. I did not see that video. Yeah, car chases sometimes. I like to get I saw 2 beautiful Rottweilers. Yeah, no problem, Bigger. I've got about 1,400 clips of my stand up. So, you know, there's no excuse to not have an opinion on if I'm funny or not. Well, I don't know if I'm the greatest podcast online, but I do like pancakes for sure. I try not to eat them too late because they are loaded with carbohydrates, but I do love me some good old banana pancakes from, you know, well, your name's not on the wall at the Comedy Store. You've never been on TV once, so you ain't funnier than me, brother. Sorry about that. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't think a Clumber Spaniel could do the walks that Lois did. I mean, Lois could really walk a lot. So, I'm gonna miss the dog walks a lot with her. But one day I'll get a dog, and hopefully I'll have a house by then, and we'll just see what happens. And I've been on Roast Battle Season 1. I was on I'm Dying Up Here on Showtime. I'm the lead actor on Tyler, the Creator's cartoon, The Jellies, which is on 4 different networks. I was on Real Rob on Netflix. I've been on The Price of Fame, which is on the Discovery Channel. I've been on, a lot of shows. So, um, you know, The Jellies was awesome. My favorite show I've ever worked on. It was just a good experience from top to bottom. And, hopefully I get on another cartoon like that. It was very cool to be the only white guy on an all-black show. It's too bad we didn't do Comic-Con, but I don't like either one of those, so I'm going to say neither. I did not know Phil Hartman, so it was animated. It's on, but you love Lonely, yes or no? Well, I think you can be alone and not lonely. I don't think there's a need for a Jellies the movie, but I would do it in 2 seconds. So, yeah, I mean, I know Bill, but he has not asked me to be on his podcast. So, I'm not a fan of John Lovitz. He's a very lazy comic, um, but I guess he's funny. I mean, he was good on SNL for a bit. Um, you know, Well, I mean, the Jellies would have been great because I would have been the only white guy on the panel, and it just, that's when I really accelerate. Um, I don't know how much Lois weighed. I would guess 12 to 15 pounds. So, but that would have been interesting for me just because it would have been, like Phil Lamar's black. He played my son. Kylo Kish is black. She played my daughter. AJ Johnson played my wife. She's black. Carl Jones, legendary, um, producer. He's black. Um, obviously Tyler's black. Lila, um, his best friend Lionel's black, and then it would have been me up there. So Kylo's awesome. Like she was I haven't seen her since we did the Jellies, but um, she is very cool, very talented. I mean, we all got along, which was, and here's, I'll show you a picture of the Jellies. Um, there we go. So there's a picture of my cartoon family right there. So that's me in the mustache. That's Kylo in front, AJ right there, and the great Phil Lamar. And it's just an awesome experience to experience. I know that sounds weird to say. Just everyone was nice with each other. We all got along. There was no was no drama or anything. Um, it was just awesome to, it's the complete opposite experience of what I had on Roast Battle, which was not a pleasant show to work on. Uh, I wish I would love to do Comic Con. I mean, it was so set up to do for the Jellies just because of Tyler's background and his music success. I mean, it would have been his panel would have been fucking bonkers. So, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it would have been cool. Hey, hit the like and subscribe button. We've already done 32 minutes, and there should be more likes and subscriptions. Um, they paid very well, especially for me because I was the lead. I was in every episode. Oh, damn, that's a nice fire this guy's building. I get that a lot. Um, we're gonna check out this fire real fast. Wait, hold on. There we go. Oh, it just burnt. Never mind. I sound like John Cena quite a bit. And that's the selling point for my voice is, um, well, John Cena wants $50,000 to do it. Well, Earl will do it for 8,500. I mean, 8,500 is no joke. So, it's just one of those things that, like I auditioned for a lot of gigs that, um, like Dylan McDermott, Rob Riggle, Billy Brown would go for, um, you know. So I said, well, those guys want 50 grand an episode. Earl will do it for, 15 grand an episode. So, Buddhist Priest, we'll get into it. I'm not a song and dance man. So, you know, um, you know. Oh, I would love to be the guy from Arby's. Arby's, we've got the meats. Yeah, Riggle, I used to date his assistant. That's, how I'm aware of the Rob Riggle world. Rob is always nice to me, of course, uh, um, we'll figure that out later, Buddhist Priest. We'll figure it out later, my friend. Fuck yeah. Yeah, we don't really support one political candidate in here. No, AC/DC, he is the creator of the new Earl Skakel theme song, so let's cut him some slack. And he did turn me on to I Will Save You. So, guys, let's not troll in here tonight. Try and act normal for once. You trolls that are in here right now, I know it's going to be tough for you. Try and act normal. Just try and have a nice conversation for once. So, just be cool for once. I know it's the internet, but pay the toll, Earl. People got to pay me. I'm not paying anyone. I mean, and if you don't like how I do my stream, there's 1,000 people streaming right now. So, don't worry about what I have in my fridge. Well, you guys get along, AC/DC and Buddhist Priest. I don't have any drama. Do I like voice acting or stand up more? I like both. I mean, stand up's awesome. I get a sexual high from it because it's that instant feedback. And uh, voice acting, um, is easy for me because I'm not asked to do anything other than read. Like my voice is so deep, and you guys, my voice sounds great now on a stream coming off my iPhone, a speaker or whatever. But my voice and like $1 million sound system is pretty dope. So, you know, I mean, it sounds awesome to hear my voice with, speaking into a $10,000 microphone, um, that's being mixed through $1 million mixing board. Like, it's pretty fucking amazing. I mean, these sound systems in a studio are so advanced, you could drop a cotton ball and it would sound like a bowling ball. So I do know Owen Benjamin. Um, I haven't talked to Owen in quite a long time, though. It's been a very long time since I've spoken with Owen Benjamin. Um, so, um, I mean, he kind of lost his way a little bit, from what I can understand. I mean, you got to understand, one time Owen Benjamin on the LA comedy scene was like the D'Elia of the LA comedy scene before D'Elia. What up, VIP? He was a tall, good looking comic, funny, engaging, pussy hound. And then something happened to him, I don't know what, where he just, I don't want to say he lost his mind, but he, I don't know, just kind of went AWOL with the racist stuff. And I don't know, I think he lives in like New York now on a farm or whatever. So, I don't know. Kind of sad because he had a lot of potential, but, um, I don't know. He had a tipping point. Something happened to him where it pushed him over that edge, where he was dropping like N bombs on his songs. And I mean, no industry would touch him after that. So it's kind of sad because he was well connected. I mean, he was in the Sandler family. Swartzen loved him. But, when you're dropping N bombs on podcasts and songs, um, you know, people are going to run from you. And that's kind of what happened. But, I think he's happy, whatever he's doing. I think he's in upstate New York, if I'm not mistaken. And, I mean, I haven't talked to him in probably 10 years. Uh, yeah, I mean, voice acting is very tough to get into. I looked into it. I mean, I was literally at the Comedy Store one night, and Tyler, the creator, saw me. And he literally just walked up to me and said, "I want you to be the dad of my cartoon." So it was just, um, I lucked into it. I mean, to be the lead on an Adult Swim cartoon for your very first animation gig, it's unheard of. Yeah, I mean, Gino's the perfect example of, a guy who's pretty funny. He's kind of frenetic. It's a character for sure, but, you know, I mean, I had him on the Comedy Store podcast, and he dropped an N bomb, and it's like, bro, I can't even air this. I think the Comedy Store wants to be associated with this, so I believe our episode never aired. Um, and it's kind of too bad because it was a really good interview. We got into comedy and the struggles of it, and then he got off on his COVID thing. Now at the time, it kind of hit because it was COVID at the time. But then he drops an N bomb, and the producer's like, "Just cut it." He's like, "We're done." So um, it's too bad. But I don't really um, Thank you, thank you. Um, I do look like Al Franken in that era. I don't tell comics what material they should do or how they should deliver it. That's on him, and um, if he's happy doing the gigs he does, then hey, fuck it. Um, I don't like it when people tell me how to perform. So, I'm sure Gino's weighed the pros and cons of his comedy stylings, and that's all you can do. No, something definitely happened with Owen where he made that 180 switch from like pretty much like D'Elia, safe frat house type of humor to the dropping N bombs on his songs. I love Judas Priest. Something definitely happened. I don't know if it was a bad breakup. I don't know if something personal happened to him. I don't know if he had a bad experience with someone. But it was definitely too much of a 180 jump to go from, kind of Dane Cook, clean type of humor to the racial stuff. What up, JJ? I think Gino's funny, but like I just speak, he's got to. And once again, I don't like saying he's got to do this. Who am I to sit there and tell him how to do his material or whatever? But I just think people are sick of the COVID stuff and the racist stuff. It's just not, no comedy club. He just offends too many people. So. Um, I just think that, as a comedy club owner, it's too risky to book them, like a good comedy club. Um, you're just going to risk burning half the crowd and dealing with refunds and whatnot. And, I think he has his wife open up for him. And, I don't know if she's really funny or not. I haven't seen enough of her to judge her comedy. But listen, I love edgy material, but it's as a comedy club owner, a booker, an owner, whatever, you know, there's got to be funny behind it. It just can't be racist. So, um, but that's his career path, and um, you know, that. Well, I don't know. I can't say she's funny or she's not funny. I've seen like maybe one joke that was in the background when Kevin Brennan was like storming the comedy club. So no, Gino's not selling tickets like Burt. Nobody's selling tickets like Burt Kreischer, myself included. A lot of people say I'm Mark Buffalo. Um, Well, there's a lot of people listen, I started at the Comedy Store, but I was smart enough to realize I'm not funny enough to be here. So I went off to like the Valley open mic scene and Silver Lake open mics. And, I didn't come back to the Comedy Store as a performer for probably 12 years, maybe even longer. I lucked out that I was opening up for Rob Schneider and Tempe, and the future booker of the Comedy Store, Adam Egget, saw me. So we kind of had a built-in relationship for when he got there. I was the first person he passed. But, well, thank you, Mr. Bigglesworth. Um, so, my advice to people is don't start at the Comedy Store. There's just too many fucking funny people there. So you're going to be compared to these funny people, and, you get one shot. You know, the booker, whether it be Emily or Rose now or whoever's going to be after Rose, they're going to see you once. And then if you don't do well, they're not going to want to see you again for a very, very long time. Well, I don't think Bert sucks, but, listen, this is comedy for me, not necessarily, but, he's likable. And that's half the battle. You don't have to sell out, but you got to be likable, man. You know, So, you do the racial humor, it really limits your marketplace. Um, and you do the wacky political opinions. Um, I don't do jokes in here, especially when you ask like that. There's 1,500 videos on my YouTube page of jokes. There's plenty of free jokes. You want me to just do a joke right now? You got to show me the money, honey. I mean, holy fuck. Well, you can do whatever you want. I'm just trying to tell you. Are you talking about Kevin Brennan? Hello. So, I mean, comedy's tough. It's no joke. Ironically enough, you're up there alone. It's not like Kill Tony, where you've got Tony, Red Band, 10,000 sound effects, a band, 3 celebrity panelists. You are up there alone, which is great because you get all the fucking credit when it goes well. But guess what? When it don't go well, it don't go well. And you can't turn around and blame the curtain. I mean, but that's Bert. That's his shtick. And Bert's so likable, that I'm sure Stephanie put up with it. I mean, fart jokes will never not be funny. Well, because he's Dave Chappelle. It's a different, level than, Dave Chappelle doing racial jokes than Gino Bisconte dropping an N-bomb. It's not really comparable. So, that's, I understand what you're saying, AC/DC, but, it's just the way it goes. Yeah, but it's not going to be an even playing field when you have an unknown comic doing racial jokes and arguably the greatest comic of all time doing racial jokes. Chappelle's just going to get a lot more leeway in that sense. It's unfortunate, but... Well, I mean, listen, you can say anything as long as it's funny. I mean, that's, the ultimate barometer of any kind of humor, whether it be dry humor, racial humor, slapstick humor, prop comedy. It's just, it's got to be funny. I mean, I have a joke where I talk about the first time saying the N-word, and I don't do the joke because, I just can't say that word on stage. But one night at the Comedy Store, there was a huge black guy sitting in the front row. I mean, this guy, like Aaron Donald big. And Ryan O'Neal was like, hey, Skakel, why don't you do your N-word joke now? And I look at the guy, and he looks at me and goes, is it funny? I'm like, well, I think it is. He's like, you can tell the joke, but it better be funny. So I tell the joke. The big black guy laughs because it's just a funny joke. But you have to say that word for the joke to land. You just can't not say it. And then I was like, hey, I got about 10 more jokes with that word in it. Can I say them? He's like, not if you want to get off this stage. So, well, but, like I said, though, AC/DC, if the joke's funny, the white comic can get away with it. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Well, I mean, Chappelle is such a big comic that any comedy club, any theater, shit, he could probably play arenas. They're going to kill to have him there. They don't really care what style comedy he's doing. He could just get on stage and say the N-word for an hour. It's going to be a sold-out arena. So, that's the thing is if you put yourself in a position to succeed, and you do succeed, you can write your own ticket. So, Gary, you're just trying to cause trouble. Gambool really did disappear from the stream. It's funny. I mean, it's like someone already asked that. But I enjoy stand-up because it's that instant feedback. And I've been laid because I was funny on stage. I can't say I've walked out of a recording studio and been laid, but I love voiceover work because it's easy for me. I'm just asked to read. I'm not asked to read high, read low. I mean, my voice is so unique, especially on millions of dollars of sound equipment, that I'm just asked to talk. So if you're funny, you'll be not. You don't know anything about stand up. If you think if you're funny, you'll be successful, the funniest comics I know, you've never heard of. There's so many more things that go into comedy than being funny. Being funny is almost irrelevant. I know of a person who sat there and said, Earl, I will not hire anyone unless they have over 100,000 followers on Instagram. I said, well, doesn't it matter if they're funny? And she literally, and this is someone who books one of the biggest clubs in the country. She's like, not really. So, well, but the roles I'm playing are really meant for my voice. So I just auditioned. I can't say for what, but it's a role that is like basically a bad guy villain. So it's a Darth Vader type role. And I speak like Darth Vader in real life. So, crack a joke. Yeah, how about pay me to crack a joke? What do you think I am, a fucking monkey bouncing a ball on my nose? The fuck? How about ask a little more nicer? Well, that's up to you to decide. I've been on TV more than most comics. My name's on the front of the wall at the Comedy Store. So that to me means I'm funny, but you might not think I'm funny. And you know what? If you don't, you can leave the stream. I don't give a fuck. So, well, TB, you're not doing better than me. You don't even have the balls to use your real name or a photo. You're just an anonymous troll. That's all you'll ever be. I use my real name and photo, and I tell people where to find me. I'll be at the Comedy Store every Saturday night, closing out the #1 club in the world. So I doubt you're doing better than that. But you keep telling yourself that. Well, thank you, Gary. I appreciate that. They don't, Mr. Sanchez. They don't. If you're that successful, you want people to know it's you. So, Buddhist, you're starting to bomb in my stream. We'll go about another 5 more minutes, guys. I'm telling you, you trolls are driving me to never want to stream again. But here we go. What up, D? Earl Skakel in the house, live Thursday morning it is. We're just chilling right now, trying to have a nice, friendly fucking stream. And thanks for telling. I've been doing comedy 25 years, so I think I can navigate the world without your input. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, you guys are really telling me how to navigate the world of comedy when none of you have been on stage once. Okay. Yeah, it might be. Well, I appreciate, Marie, you being honest. Yeah, I'm going to have to put on some positive vibes music because you guys are really just ruining the vibe in here. I mean, I get it's the internet and there's trolls, but fuck, man. You guys really are wackadoony-doo. But that's all right. You know what? It's okay. As much as you guys try and ruin my mood, and sometimes you do, I'm not going to lie there. It's all good. Yes, yeah, YouTube chats are really where I go for career advice. The fuck? I mean, let's get to some mood music. Actually, I'm not seeing any mood music available, so, unfortunately, we're just going to have to talk to each other for the next 5 minutes. And here we go. Well, you didn't donate $50 because I don't see $50 in my super chat account. So there you go. What up, Solid Tank? So you trolls in the stream, just know that you'll never have a life better than me. Ever. 3 more minutes, guys. Because I doubt anyone in here is going to bet in $1 million condo. And when I get up tomorrow to drive to the gym in a $70,000 car that's paid off, I'll look into my closet where I've got more leather jackets than you guys have friends. You'll never be funnier than me. You're just anonymous trolls who have no life, no success. So you come into someone's stream and you try and ruin them. Ain't happening. Hit the like and subscribe button. Come back and troll me tomorrow. I don't like the Laugh Factory. They'll literally put up anybody. You know, it goes back to what I was just saying. They will book an Instagram model who has 1 million followers, who's never done stand-up before. That's what gets on the Laugh Factory stage. That's why I love the Comedy Store. The Comedy Store is more performance-based. If you're funny, you get asked back next week, and I get asked back every week. So, there you go. So let's have a nice last couple minutes of this stream. Rocky Dennis, I love that movie. Great movie. Always cry at the end of it when the fat guy starts putting the baseball cards in the grave. Nah, I disagree. Well, you know, but the Laugh Factory, you know, they just book people based on their social media. It's just not very good. I mean, go there. Like, if you like the Laugh Factory, go there. Pay your money, and you will walk away unsatisfied. Go to the Comedy Store, you will walk away satisfied. You might not like every comic on the bill, but you will like the show better. I mean, people, I don't really work the improv, so I don't know. Yeah, I mean, the Ice House, you know, look at their lineups. Compare the Ice House lineups to the Comedy Store. You know, MJF and I would say Kazuchika Okada. So, you know, I mean, compare the Comedy Store lineups to any club in the country. There's no comparing them. There just isn't. You know, it's the best of the best. You know, it's expensive to go to a comedy club. So, you know, I think that if you go to the Laugh Factory, you will walk away unhappy. Just my opinion. Are there some good comics there? Yeah, but, you know, there's also some pretty bad ones. Would I do Kill Tony? I've done it 6 times. So, a Saturday night, that's when I'm there. I mean, I don't know if I do the best crowd work. I would say the best at crowd work are Rick Ingram and Ian Bagg, but, you know, I'm up there. You know, I'm in that next level behind them. You know. Isn't this music putting people in a better mood? Even the trolls who come in here and say I'm not funny and I suck, but yet they're here for the whole hour. I'm like, what? If I turn on channel 2 right now and I don't like the movie, I'm not going to watch it for the next hour. Nothing's wrong. I'm in a great mood, to be honest with you. Yeah, I think so. I think Carlin's the GOAT. Thank you, Waver. I mean, I'm like Kiss. You got to see me live. I think I'm better live than I am in terms of video. Like, hey, here's a funny joke Earl said. Yeah, it's funny, but it's a lot funnier if you see me live because you pick up on the energy. Earl Skakel live in the house Thursday morning. We're just chilling right now. I really was hoping to get through a stream without talking about Jeff Ross, but you know, what are you going to do? Guys, we're going to go another 2 minutes. Yeah, you been here before, you cop? You been here before, you cop? Well, thank you, Lone Wolf. I mean, my comedy's not for everyone. I'm very dry, I'm very sarcastic. But, you know, if you like Dane Cook or Chris D'Elia, you're probably not going to like me. But that's okay, baby. It's okay. I don't like to, you know, comedy's just subjective, you know. You know, if you like me, you're probably not going to like Matt Rife. But if you like Matt Rife, you're probably not going to like me, you know. It's all good. It's all good, babies. Earl Skakel live in the house. 1.5 more minutes left. So trolls, get your last minute trolls in. See, I let you guys speak your piece. I don't block anyone in here. And we'll be online tomorrow. I'm the late night commandant. Yeah, we don't talk about Jeff Ross and Brian Callen in here. Yeah. Pancakes, baby, pancakes. Norm Macdonald's the GOAT, in my opinion. I mean, you know, I would like to get the gigs Shane Gillis gets. 40 people in there, 40 likes. Thank you very much. We got 1 more minute, and then we will stream tomorrow. Well, I met George Carlin toward the end of his life. He was awesome to me. He said, hey, young man, calling me young man. I'm like, bro, we're probably pretty close in age. Hey-o. Norma's the best, man. Just a comics. Norma's one of those rare comics who was also beloved by the industry. Usually, if you're a comics comic, the industry doesn't like you. I wasn't a John Pinette fan, but he was good. It was just not my cup of tea. Hey, let's get to 50 likes in the next 20 seconds. Let's just fucking go for it. Earl Skakel live. Follow me on all social media at just my name. It's all one word. EARLSKAKEL. Mitch Hedberg was great. Dice is great. Dice is very underappreciated. And that's it, guys. Thank you to the trolls for making the stream what it is. This stream would not be anything without the trolls. I was not a Bill Hicks fan. He's great. He wasn't for me. I mean, Brendan Schaub is just not funny. Like, listen, it's like I wouldn't be a good MMA fighter. I have no reflexes and I'm slow as shit. That's Brendan Schaub telling jokes. Skakel over and out.